This video is for you if you ever said, I can't gain weight. The next is shifting to calorically dense foods, so avoiding this clean eating myth. So you don't need to be trying to gain weight and bulk on chicken breast, on broccoli, on brown rice. The issue is, while these aren't inherently unhealthy foods, these are not very calorically dense foods. And so you're making your life much more miserable by taking these great fat loss foods that have very few calories relative to their volume and trying to gain weight on that. You're making your life much more difficult than it has to be. So what I recommend is eating calorically dense whole foods. You can find foods where you basically substitute out chicken breast for things like chicken thighs, lean ground beef or lean ground turkey for 80-20 ground beef, skim milk, fat-free milk for whole milk. Basically, we're trying to sub out the lower calorie versions and sub back in the higher calorie versions of the same thing. So focus on calorically dense foods, foods that have a ton of calories in them relative to the volume of those foods. It's a huge unlock. It makes it far easier to get to the caloric intakes without feeling like you're stuffing yourself. The next is realizing that some amount of fat gain is going to be inevitable. Now, you might be able to get away if you're a total beginner with no fat gain for that first off season. It's definitely possible. I've seen it done. But as you start getting closer and closer to your genetic limit for how much muscle mass your frame can carry, some fat gain is going to be inevitable. So if you're 150 pounds with abs and you're freaking out because you get to 160 pounds and you lose a little bit of definition in your abs, right? That's a big constraint with why guys don't go all in on a weight gain program and they don't actually commit to their nutrition program, commit to their lifting program, is they're afraid to gain a couple % body fat. There's going to be some level of fat gain. It's very easy to cut that off on the back end. You put on 25 pounds, cut off 5 pounds in a month on the back end, and you can still end up gaining that weight and getting back to that level of leanness on the back end. And then the final tip that I wish somebody told me is, at the end of the day, you just have to want it bad enough. If you want it bad enough, you will find a way. There would be summer ball road trips where we were on 7-hour bus rides. We'd get back, it'd be 2 a.m. I'm at the host family's house, and I've only eaten 2,000 calories for the day, and I know I need to get to 4,000. So what do? I could go to bed eating 2,000, or I can find a way and stay up until I get my calories in and go to bed. So many instances of that where maybe I didn't plan out the day just right, and I have to go eat 6 peanut butter and jelly sandwiches before bed to hit my calories. I have to go drink 7 cups of whole milk, right? There's things that you just have to do at certain points in time to get to your goals. You're going to need to want it bad enough. It's the guys that just don't really care. This is one of the most controllable parts of your career is nutrition. It's just, do you want it? Can you plan it out? Can you actually just eat the food? It's one of the more controllable things you have. If you want it bad enough, you'll find a way. You'll figure out how to tweak the actual program. You can make it a lot easier on yourself and more sustainable with some of the tips we're talking about here. But at the end of the day, it's up to you. It's your career. Do you want it bad enough? Don't go to bed until you've hit your calories for the day. Track everything, and you're going to be much more consistent in the results that you get. If you want more on this, we have a full free weight gain guide on our website. Go check that out.